Follow these 2 points, and this story could have been said in a reel instead of a series, or could it? Let's see. Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be talking about The Party, which is a mini series that is out on Netflix Africa. Of course, I had to use VPN. And I'm going to be talking about why the series didn't work for me. Let's just dive into it. The series starts with the main character Bobo's birthday, and we see that his wife is walking away, and this colleague is giving a speech. The colleague is raising a toast, and then the colleague asks, "Where is Bobo?" So Bobo makes an entry into the swimming pool. So he falls from his balcony into the swimming pool. Now, I don't know how suspense thrillers work for everyone, but for me, I just start solving it in my head. So I had my first point right there, because if you look at it, the swimming pool is a bit of a distance from the balcony. So my first instinct was that, he didn't fall from the balcony, he was thrown from the balcony. Now, all the fingers point at Bobo's wife, Motorhead, Mitt Romney, I just can't get her name. I just call her mitochondria, for whatever purposes. Mitochondria, by the way, is the powerhouse of the cell. I mean, that's something that everybody knows, but nobody uses in their life. Just like the CCTV over here. Now, there is a CCTV, and we know that a man has been thrown off the building. Follow these 2 points, and this story could have been said in a reel instead of a series, or could it? Let's see. But no, the cops say no CCTV, because the CCTV is for the movie makers, not for investigative purposes. Maybe the cops thought that CCTVs can lie, unlike suspects. Anyway, so we proceed looking at the possible suspects. Now here I must admit that I like how the movie gave motives to enough people to kill Bobo, so that kind of made it interesting. There's Martin, a loudmouth, brashy freeloader of a friend, and he also points the finger at mitochondria. He says she made Bobo's life hell. He didn't let Bobo hang around with the boys. And we later on get to know that he had also taken 150 million naira from Bobo. And then there is this man who also says that he stopped going to Bobo's place after Bobo's marriage because Bobo's wife was very insulting. Then we have John Paul. Someone give it to... Okay, sorry. Now, John Paul is a bit of a prude. He's a bit of a prude, and he used to be friends with all these guys. But then Martin's womanizing and debauchery kind of made him uncomfortable. He had a tussle with this Alaji man, and this is where this Alaji man also gets introduced. He's a neighbor. Anyway, later on we find out that Bobo was sleeping with John Paul's wife too. I mean, they could have just mentioned it, but no, they had to... this was unnecessary. Oh, damn. Soap is hot. But that doesn't change the fact that it was unnecessary. And then there is Chide. I wish this guy was the murderer, because he's so under the radar. He's such a nice guy. And he somehow defends mitochondria. He says that she just set boundaries and she's not a bad woman. And that's not what others said. For example, the parents also hint at mitochondria being an evil woman. They say that she cut them off from their son's life, and she took away their son. You know how dramatic parents can be. And now moving on to neighbor Alhaji. He says he was not even at the party, so how could he have done it? Now going forward, we get to know that this Alhaji helps Bobo with a secret. But why? Back to Martin, who owed Bobo 150 million naira. Now the story is that Bobo wanted that money to buy his own building back from his parents, and his parents were not giving in. So Bobo wanted to blackmail his dad. And this is where the Alaji comes in. The Alaji gave him something with which he could blackmail his dad. Proof that dad has another family. Now this causes a lot of havoc, and now the dad is also a suspect. And after that, Bobo impregnated Alaji's 19-year-old daughter. So now Alhaji is a suspect as well. And of course, mitochondria also now has reasons to kill him because he's been sleeping around and he's rich. And she was also seen in the balcony after he jumped off. But who killed Bobo? Surprise, surprise. It was the colleague who was raising the toast at the start. But why did he kill him? Nobody knows. They just did not show why. I mean, I don't know if I missed it, but I just could not see his motive. I mean, everybody else had a motive and they did not kill him, but this guy kills him and we just don't know the motive. Anyway, so the chronology of how it occurred is this killer colleague meets up with him in the room. He mixes poison in his drink and leaves. John Paul now goes and confronts him about sleeping with his wife and punches him in the face. And now the poison has started acting. And instead of falling right there like a normal human being would, Bobo decides to fall over and he somehow falls into the swimming pool. So he fell into the swimming pool without being thrown. I mean, despite how interesting the story is, the crime investigation was a farce. And for me, that is unforgivable. I mean, if you feel I've been harsh, do let me know in the comments. Convince me or join me in bashing the movie down here, the series. So after all of this happens is when the wife goes to the balcony and she finds him dead. So I guess that is it. So till next time, this is me saying bye.